Lorenda Redicop, CBC News, Toronto.
Premier Doug Ford's government is extending its COVID-19 sick pay program beyond its scheduled expiry at the end of December. Ontario's COVID-19 Worker Income Protection Benefit was launched in April, requiring employers to provide all their employees with up to 3 paid days off for a range of reasons related to the pandemic. It's now being extended to July 31st of next year, but the Labour Minister says the number of paid sick days each employee can take will not increase.
It'll be 3 paid sick days for each worker for the entire pandemic, but they're being used for what they were intended for, to get their kids vaccinated. If a son or a daughter needs to stay home from school, they can use a paid sick day. If they need a mental health day, they can use the paid sick day.
Data shows that employers have been reimbursed more than $80 million in wages for sick day claims. That means the government has not even used 1/10 of its budgeted $1 billion allocation for the program. The Senate has passed legislation to ban conversion therapy in Canada, paving the way for the bill to be enshrined into law. Bill C-4 makes it a criminal offense to force a person to undergo the practice, which is aimed at altering their sexual orientation or gender identity. The bill was unanimously approved by MPs in the House of Commons last week, but now it needs royal assent, and then it will officially become law of the land. A 23-month investigation by law enforcement in Canada and the United States has led to the arrest of an Ottawa man. 31-year-old Matthew Filbert is facing 3 charges, including fraud and cybercrime offenses.
OPP investigators determined an individual was responsible for numerous ransomware attacks. These incidents affected a significant number of businesses, government agencies, and private individuals throughout Canada and the United States.
Police would not provide specifics, but it was revealed by a spokesperson for the FBI that a computer belonging to the government of Alaska was targeted in 2018. The Ontario Provincial Police say they were contacted by the FBI in January 2020 regarding ransomware attacks that were based in Canada. The OPP, FBI, and RCMP were all involved in this investigation. An upcoming trip by Indigenous leaders to meet with Pope Francis at the Vatican has been postponed. The decision was made because concerns around the new COVID-19 Omicron variant. The Vatican meeting was supposed to lay the groundwork for a future papal visit to Canada. The delegates also plan to call on the Pope to apologize in person for the Catholic Church's role in the residential school system. A joint statement from the Indigenous groups and the Canadian Conference of Catholic Bishops reads, in part, the decision to postpone was a heartbreaking one, made after careful consultation with delegates, family members, community leaders, public health officials, and the leadership of each of the 3 national Indigenous organizations. We take comfort in the desire conveyed to us by the Holy See that the safety of the delegation should inform any decision to move forward. It is also important to note that the delegation is postponed, not canceled. They say the trip to meet with the Pope will be rescheduled to the earliest opportunity next year. And a live look outside there at that bridge. It is chilly outside with a chance of flurries tonight, and temperatures are going to keep going down into the evening, down to -5. Colette Kennedy is keeping an eye on our weather forecast, and she'll be here with all the details right after the break. Stay with us. Welcome back. The parent company of Facebook is being hit with a massive multi-billion-dollar lawsuit. Lawyers representing Rohingya refugees have filed a $150 billion suit against Meta. The Rohingya are a Muslim ethnic group in Myanmar. Hundreds of thousands were forced to flee persecution and violence in the country starting in 2017. It's estimated 1 million people now live in refugee camps in Bangladesh. The lawsuit against Facebook claims the social media platform failed to stop hateful posts that incited violence against the Rohingya by Myanmar's military rulers and their supporters. Let's bring in Colette Kennedy now for a look at our weather forecast. Colette, I mentioned I went out for a little walk during lunch, and it is like you can feel the chill. It's really chilly. I don't like it.
Yeah, and it's one of these days where the thing is the daytime high was really reached just after midnight because the temperature was still falling off. So
it
was -2 back then, and then this morning we bottomed out at -7, and okay, not much of a climb, right? The current temperature at -5. Yeah, it is feeling like winter time. -9 for our wind chill. Chatham-Kent double digits there. In fact, you can see that core of colder air off to the northeast of us as well, where some of those more significant wind chills are. Our winds die off, though, overnight tonight, so that helps a little bit. There's still going to be a wind chill factor, but even though the temperature is falling, we'll still see things kind of almost equal to what they felt like this morning because of those two changes. And, you know, there's a little system that's going to come in. I say little because it's relatively weak, and it's primarily going to be bringing a little bit of light snow a bit north, but some flurries are possible through our skies through the day tomorrow, so that chance is certainly there. Some interesting things happening in the atmosphere, though, as we go forward in time and forward this week and we move ahead. So high pressure in the summer, it's often your friend, like it's really a good thing. In winter, it can be, but it can also cause some problems. So it can enhance areas of low pressure, pulling those winds in from the north. And that's kind of what it's going to be doing here, because we're going to see this area of low pressure transfer its energy. So that's the little light storm that's going past us to the north, transfers its energy and puts this into a big storm for the Atlantic provinces as we get into Thursday. That's when I'll also take our attention to what's going to be happening out west, because that next system, that's late Thursday, that's going to be coming in for us with windy conditions and rising temperatures at the end of the week, Friday into Saturday. So just know that's on the horizon when you're feeling readings like this. So with that cloud cover, notice it's not a big difference from where we're at right now, but still it's going to feel cool into the morning, and at times we'll see those winds picking up at about 20 kilometers an hour. So they're going to die off overnight into tomorrow morning, and then they'll increase a little bit. A look ahead, though, there you go. Seeing those temperatures coming up and getting above freezing, way above as we head towards Saturday for that daytime high, but with rain.
But with rain. Well, I'm going to focus on that double digit for now, just to get me through the week.
Sure, you won't be the only one, I'm pretty certain.
Thanks so much, Colette.
You're welcome.
When we come back, it is not your typical Advent calendar, but it sure is going viral. So we're going to tell you all about the latest very luxurious fad in just a little bit.
Hi, I'm David Boyd from BMO Nesbitt Burns, and it's the season to give, especially during these most difficult pandemic times. CBC is underway with their Sounds of the Season campaign to make a difference for those in need. For more information, visit cbc.ca/Windsor.
A tradition for many people this time of year is an advent calendar. They come in an endless variety of styles, and the latest trend is luxury. One of the most talked about has been produced by the French fashion house Chanel. And as CBC's Jacqueline Hansen tells us, it's getting a lot of social media attention for more than just its hefty price.
I've never seen a Chanel advent calendar.
It started out as a simple unboxing on social media.
10 out of 10 on the packaging front.
A first look inside Chanel's exclusive advent calendar. The company calls it a collector's item made in ultra-limited quantities with an ultra-elite price tag of $1,025 Canadian. But for this TikTok user, it didn't live up to the hype.
This has to be a joke. This is a joke. Stickers? Stickers?
Her reaction has racked up more than 14 million views. But what's inside the calendar shouldn't actually come as a surprise. It's all laid out on Chanel's website, some full-sized items, some branded trinkets. And if a product's worth is defined by what people are willing to pay, on eBay, some resellers are now pricing it at more than $2,000.
Beauty's in the eye of the beholder. So there may indeed be, many happy owners of Chanel's advent calendar out there who haven't bothered to tell the world about it on social media.
But more disappointment followed, along with a flood of negative comments on all of Chanel's social media platforms. Then,
Chanel just blocked me.
but Chanel calls that claim absolutely inaccurate. The company says it has never blocked access to the Chanel TikTok account to anyone because it is simply not active. It also says it is sorry that this calendar may have disappointed some people.
Really,
This digital media strategist says it shows how quickly misinformation can spread.
They're not reporters, they're not fact checking. They're seeing a situation happen and they're steamrolling on the opportunity because for them, it does build their audience, which is ultimately what they want.
For Chanel to get its message heard, it may have to break its TikTok silence.
This is absolutely a lesson in brand strategy and how you speak to a Gen Z audience.
Still, Chanel's calendar opened up a few free days of publicity, whether that was the intention or not. Jacqueline Hansen, CBC News, Toronto.
Now, if you are looking to beat the world record for having the most Christmas trees in one place, here's how. You just need to have one more than this couple in Germany. The current record holders want to keep their top spot this year too. A judge from the German World Record Institute visited their house to do a head count. 444 trees decorated lovingly with baubles, tinsel, and lights. He says size doesn't matter when it comes to having the most number of Christmas trees in one place. Now, no one has stepped forward to threaten their world dominance yet, but we do have more than 2 weeks before Christmas. So there's your chance project for the next couple of weeks. That is it for CBC Windsor News. For news anytime, go to our website, cbc.ca/Windsor. And we're on social media as well, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And don't forget our Sounds of the Season campaign. All those details are on our website as well. Thanks for watching. Have a good night.